Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute.
Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it.
Floors, doors, walls, halls, sidewall tires, and old golf balls.
Sinks, stoves, bathtubs he'll do. He'll even help clean laundry too.
Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute.
Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it.
Can he clean a kitchen sink?
Quicker than a wink.
Can he clean a window sash?
Faster than a flash.
Can he clean a dirty mirror?
Make it bright and clear.
Can he clean a diamond ring?
Mr. Clean cleans anything.
Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute. Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Okay, keeping with the Christmas theme, welcome please, Bonnie Lee.
Rockin' around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple try to stop. Rockin' around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily to the new old-fashioned way. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily to the new old-fashioned way.
Bonnie Lee, let's hear it for Bonnie Lee. The makers of Johnson's Wax Products for Home and Industry present Fibber McGee and Molly, written by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. There are certain people who simply won't admit that nature does anything right. They paint Whose Little Tootsie Are You on the shells of baby turtles, and they clip poodle dogs to look like anemic lions. Here's one of those people now as we see and meet Fibber McGee and Molly.
Hey, Fred, how much you charge me to paint this Christmas tree white?
Why do you want to wait, McGee?
What do you mean, why want it white? You got 100 trees in this lot you've painted white.
Yeah, and I think they're horrible. But some people like them that way.
Never mind the artistic comment, Fred. How much?
$10.
$10? To spray a little white paint on this half-pint tree? Who do you think you are, Rembrandt? Look, maybe you didn't understand. I want this tree painted white, not gold-plated.
$10.
You're a pirate. I'll bet you've made $200 today already.
You're a cheapskate, and I made $340.
You're a robber, and you want to sell half interest in this lot?
You're a stoop, and I wouldn't sell my own mother half interest.
You're a low-down, dirty... Oh, dirty swindler. $10 to spray a little tree like that white. The rat! Cheating people right and left, making $400 a day. The chiseler. I don't know whether to report him to the Office of Price Administration or make him a better offer for the half interest. The low-down...
What's the matter, McGee? This time?
Oh, that guy Fred Corrigan that runs the Christmas tree lot at 14th and Oak, that dirty pine broker, wanted to charge me $10 to paint our Christmas tree white.
That does seem a little high, dearie, but think of the work there is to it, putting all those needles back on after the paint dries.
They don't take the needles off. They just spray the tree. Wish, wish, wish. That's all there is to it.
Well, if wishing is make it so, why don't you do it yourself?
If it's a $10 job, I can't afford to pay myself that much. Besides, I haven't got a paint spray. Oh, wait. Hey, haven't we got a paint spray attachment on the vacuum cleaner? My gosh, I could have that tree painted white before you can say, doesn't that look awful?
Oh, now, McGee, please. I realize we need the house painted, but not on the inside. Let's leave the tree green.
Oh, you'll love a white one, Snooky. It's the modern thing. Nobody uses green trees anymore. They're outmoded.
You don't say. Well, tell me, Picasso, what color snow are people using this year? Chartreuse?
No kidding, Molly. White Christmas trees are all the rage.
Well, they must be. They throw me into one. Now, look, sweetheart, just put the tree up and trim it. I love a green Christmas tree. Don't you, Alice?
Don't I what, Mrs. McGee?
Well, look, Molly, I'll put it to Alice fair and square and let her give an opinion. Here's the preposition, kid. If you were going to have a Christmas tree, which would you rather have? A dusty, drab, dirty old green one or a bright, snappy, glistening white one?
Which, Alice?
Mistletoe.
Mistletoe? What an answer.
Jeepers. Don't you like to hang a little bouquet of mistletoe, Mr. McGee?
He's too shy, Alice.
No, I am not shy. But what good is mistletoe? Catch somebody under it, and it's either somebody you can kiss anyway, like your wife, or you get a slap in the chops before you can point up to it. Mistletoe. That's just poison ivy with berries.
We'll put some up, Alice, and you'll see who manages to spend most of his time loitering around beneath it. But honestly, dear, do you like a white Christmas tree?
I like 'em all, Mrs. McGee. I don't care if they're purple. Gertrude always has a white one, though, and she likes 'em.
Who's Gertrude? We know her?
Oh, she's the boy who always rides past here in the cream-colored Cadillac and honks his horn's sister.
I see. Himself here used to go with the man who owned a Stutz Bearcat's niece.
Yeah, but I gave her up for an old guy with a broken-down Maxwell's daughter. But honestly now, Alice, don't you really prefer a white Christmas tree?
I got awfully tired of them, Mr. McGee. When I was a little girl, my father gave us kids some little tiny paintbrushes and told us to paint a Christmas tree white.
Heavenly days. It must have taken you children a long time to paint a tree with little brushes. How long did it take you?
Oh, we never did get it finished. But it kept us off the streets till we were 18 years old. Well, I gotta go wrap some presents. See you later.
Bright kid. How all that lovely golden hair can grow out of that solid bone, I'll never know.
Oh, she's awfully sweet, though, McGee. There isn't a mean thought in Alice's head.
No, nor any other kind either. Well, this ain't getting my tree sprayed.
Where did you leave the tree, dearie?
Out in front. I can attach the vacuum cleaner cord from the porch light. Now, let me see. I'll just...
Come in. Oh, hello there, Dr. Gamble.
Hello, Molly. And how are you today, Pantry Paunch?
Fine, Jumbo. You out spreading a little cheer, telling your patients you're going to retire?
Oh, he's not going to retire for years yet, are you, Doctor?
My dear, I will retire on the day far distant when I can write a personal check for $400 and not have the hired help with the Fourth National Bank burst into hysterical laughter.
Go on, you old miser. You got that much buried under a loose brick in the fireplace right now. Trouble with you is you got more affection for $1 than my wife has for a pound of butter. And that's the love match of the year, fatso.
You have no right to say that, McGee. Dr. Gamble does more private charity work than anybody in town.
Certainly, I'm a very noble character. When I walk down the street, flowers spring into bloom. Birds burst into song, and taxicabs honk twice before they try to kill me. Well, I've got to run along now. This is my busy season, you know.
I suppose the children keep you pretty busy around Christmas time, Doctor.
No, it's the so-called grown-ups, my dear. This is the silly season when 200-pound men start climbing 49-cent stepladders to wire dime store angels to the top of $3 Christmas trees and wind up in a $500 plaster cast. Penny-wise and compound fracture foolish.
Don't you want to stick around and watch me trim our Christmas tree, Doc? I'm painting it white.
You don't have to do that, Skipwit. When I put my gift for you under it, it'll turn white. Good night.
This doggone thing clogs up like a sentimental woman at a sad movie.
What seems to be the matter, dearie?
Well, this paint sprayer goes along all right for a minute, then chokes up. And when it comes loose again, it throws a blob of paint that would knock Dr. IQ out of the balcony.
Well, pound it on the porch steps. Maybe that will loosen it up.
Okay, I will.
Now try it.
Okay.
Heavenly days, McGee, you almost hit me with that.
Oh, sorry, kiddo. I didn't know it was loaded. Well, here we go. Dad, Rabbit, it did it again. Clogged up.
Well, hurry up and get the job finished, McGee. It's colder than a lineman's lunch out here.
Oh, you go in the house if you want to. I can handle this all right.
No, I've got to stay out here and tell people who you are. Get a little more of that white paint on you, and they'll think you're a badly constructed snowman.
Ah, that does it. I'll have this tree sprayed before you can...
What's your aim, dearie? No, better shut it off. Here comes Mrs. Carstairs. Hello there, Mrs. Carstairs. Won't you come in the house and have a slug of tea?
No, thank you, my dear. I'm just out walking my Pekingese and must hurry along.
What Pekingese, Carsty? I don't see him.
Oh, it was too cold for him to come along, Mr. McGee. But as long as one of us goes out, he's quite satisfied.
It's really a sweet little dog, Millicent, from what I've seen of him.
Personally, I wouldn't have one of them four-legged dust mops as a gift. Give me a man-sized dog. Will I ever tell you about the hunting dog I had once, Carsty, named Dearie?
Durante?
Yeah, what a nose that dog had. Never forget one time we were walking through the woods, me and my dog, pipe over my shoulder, gun in my mouth.
What was that again?
A gun over my shoulder, pipe in my mouth, when all of a sudden Durante freezes. He's on point, nose quivering, tail out like a ramrod, 1 foot in the air. I raises my gun, walks slowly forward, and there, not 10 feet away, was a guy sitting on a stump.
Well, that was quite a dog, Mr. McGee. Trained to flush game wardens, was he?
No, sir. I bawled the dog out, and then I was never so ashamed in my life. It was the smartest thing he could have done.
Why?
Well, sir, I got to talking to the guy, and you know what? His name was Partridge. Henry W. Partridge. Now, wasn't that wonderful, Carsty?
No, I don't think that's so remarkable, Mr. McGee, in light of what a police dog of mine once did.
What was that, Millicent? Go ahead, tell your story. After all, it's so cold on the balcony tonight, the bologna won't spoil.
Well, this dog of ours was extremely intelligent. One day I had him at the post office, and I noticed he was staring at the police posters on the wall. Suddenly, he dashed out the door and was gone.
Probably went out to steal an apple off a fruit stand.
No. When I got home, he was gripping our butler by the vest pocket and was barking into the telephone, which he had knocked off the table. When the police arrived, it turned out that Jarvis was wanted by the authorities in 3 states.
But why was your dog holding him by the vest pocket, Millicent?
Well, that was where our butler kept his fountain pen. You see, he was wanted for forgery. Well, so nice to have seen you. Good evening.
Who does she think she's kidding? I don't believe a word of that story. I bet she just made that up.
Never mind her, dearie. Get busy with that paint before it freezes solid.
What? Oh, gee, yeah, might at that. Well, back to work. There she blows.
Stopped up again, McGee?
Yeah, the doggone thing. And they only got about 1/3 of this tree sprayed. Maybe if... Hey, wait a minute.
What?
How could Carstairs' dog be gripping the butler by the vest and barking into the phone at the same time?
She didn't say he was gripping the butler with his teeth, dearie. After all, a dog as smart as that could hold him down with one hind paw, dial the police station with the other, and use his front feet to take fingerprints.
Well, maybe. Oh, why should I worry?
You're getting more paint on yourself than you are on the tree, McGee.
Well, the wind keeps changing. They ought to make this paint sprays with a weather vane on them. Oh, George, if I...
Oh, in the time you've taken to get this tree a dirty gray, Pet, I could have whitewashed the Tonto National Forest with a flit gun.
Well, doggone it,
Hello, folks. What's going on here?
Oh, hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Well, hiya, Junior. Put up a front step and give yourself a 3-point landing.
And if you want your Christmas tree painted white, Mr. Wilcox, trot on home and get it.
Yeah, I won't be out here very long, Junie. As soon as I adjust this nozzle on the paint sprayer, well...
Mac, do you mean to stand there like a front man for a painter's colic and tell me you're actually going to ruin that pretty little tree with white paint? Ruining that refugee from the forest primeval, despoiling a magnificent evergreen that...
skip the dramatics, Junior. We know you memorized Evangeline in high school.
Oh, and you played the heavy in the Chandler Chautauqua Company of Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm, too, didn't you, Mr. Wilcox?
The juvenile lead, if you please. I also had 3 seasons of Shakespeare.
Likely story. When you play Shakespeare, son, that's when Othello needs a friend.
Everyone in Chandler said I was another Barrymore. When I came out in my white tights and said, "Oh, what a rogue and pleasant slave am I."
You can say that again.
Hush, McGee. I love Shakespeare. Go on, Mr. Wilcox.
Is it not monstrous that the player here, seeing a lady forced to menial task, and seeing such drudgery, would then dispense a thing called Johnson's glow coat? Forsooth, a goodly fluid which spread upon the scullery linoleum would thus eliminate the scrub. No rub, no buff. Just pour it on, and in 1/3 the time it takes for the long hourglass to turn, it dries.
If Shakespeare ain't in the public domain, this 2-bit Orson Welles is going to be sued for $9 million.
Ah, yes. It dries so mirror-like it gleams. That porridge spilled, wiped off, leaves not a single spot. The labor saved, the hours gained, the beauty seen. 'Tis Glowcoat, beloved by chatelaine and serving wench alike. Your nearest dealer will...
Wait a minute, Mr. Wilcox. Is that in Hamlet?
My dear girl, it's in every hamlet, every village, every town, city and metropolis, every place where a housewife takes pride in the appearance of her kitchen. And if I don't get back to the office in the next 10 minutes, I'll find myself back in Chautauqua. So long, kids.
There goes the biggest ham I've seen since the little piggy went to the state fair. he better be careful or he'll wind up on a platter with an apple in his mouth. But this ain't getting my tree sprayed. This is the best it's been yet. Look how white the tree is getting, Molly.
There's one question I'd like to ask you, McGee. Are you sure?
Don't bother me now, kiddo. I'm going on too good. Well, hot dog, ain't that getting beautiful? I finally got this spray gun working perfect.
I know, but look, McGee, I've been wanting to ask you.
Later, Tootsie. I'm just about finished. There we are, all done. And believe me, that's the whitest Christmas tree you'll ever see. Now, won't you admit this is a mighty perfect effect, baby?
Yes, if you like that sort of thing. Well, I'll go in and make some hot coffee, dearie. McGee?
Huh?
Whose Christmas tree is this on the front porch?
Oh, that's the one I bought this morning that I'm going to paint white. Oh, my gosh! What tree did I paint?
The one that's been growing there in the yard all these years. Bring in the vacuum cleaner when you come.
If I ain't the dumbest guy that ever lived. A wise guy, a know-it-all. Can't tell one tree from another. Oh, I'm a saphead. A brainless, incompetent, ham-handed butterfingers. If I wasn't so stupid, I'd never let me sit here and insult myself either.
What's the matter, mister?
Well, I know that voice. Is that you, Teeny?
Sure it is, I betcha. What you sitting there with your head in your hands for, mister? Got a headache? Want me to get you an aspirin? Want me to?
No, thanks, sis. Medicine won't touch the kind of headache I got. I just busted my ego in 4 places.
Gee, I'm sorry, mister, but... Oh, boy, who did that?
Huh? Who did what?
Who painted that tree white? Gee, is that ever beautiful?
Yeah, you see, I got a little confused and...
You're the nicest man in town, I betcha. You put your Christmas tree right in the front yard where everybody can share it with you.
Well, I didn't exactly...
Gee, all the kids in the neighborhood are going to love you for this, mister. Boy, I can hardly wait till you get it all lighted up.
You can't, huh? I says, you can't, huh?
Can't what?
Can't wait until I get all the lights on it.
Gee, neither can I. And you know what, mister?
What?
When it's growing in the ground like that, it can't wobble, fall over either. Our Christmas tree at home is always wobbly.
Well, lots of people make that mistake, sis. They don't stop to think that if they were a tree and got all lit up and then came into a warm room, they'd wobble a little too. Skip it. So, you think it looks all right out here in the front yard, huh?
Oh, boy, I'll say. Now all the children that haven't got Christmas trees can come and see yours, can't they?
Yes, well, I kind of planned to get a lot of little bags of candy and stuff and let the kids help themselves Christmas Eve, sis. Well, I just planned that. Think they'd like that?
Gee, will they ever? And us kids will sing.
Sing what?
You know, the song we sing for you every Christmas time. Oh, Christmas tree. Would you like to hear now, mister?
Well, yes, I believe I would, sis.
Okay. Hey, Kenny, Johnny, Buddy, Randy, come here. He wants to hear it.
Oh, Christmas tree, the leaves are so unchanging. Oh, Christmas tree,
Oh, wonderful bunch of kids. Going around the neighborhood with a 30-piece orchestra.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company. From St. Johnsbury, Vermont to San Jose, California, all across the country, Swan soap wrappers are pouring into care as America has opened its heart to the 30 million children in Europe who need soap as desperately as they need food. With the soap shortage in Europe, such a little thing as a cake of soap helps prevent disease and boost morale. Let's not forget that. And now soap is going to be sent abroad, lots of it, with your help. It's the Great Care Swan Soap campaign from Lever Brothers, the campaign to send the white floating swan soap to Europe through CARE, that great nonprofit government-approved organization that has already delivered so many care packages to the needy in Europe. Here's how the Swan Soap Care campaign works. Just buy 2 or more cakes of Swan soap, keep the soap for yourself, for your own use, and mail the wrappers to CARE, C-A-R-E, Boston 1, Massachusetts, or to your local NBC station. For every 2 wrappers received, Lever Brothers Company will send a regular-sized cake of Swan soap through care to some little kid over there. You want to get in on this great campaign of Swans? Just remember, over there in Europe, there are 30 million little kids who need soap. Who knows, maybe after a little of that dirt is washed away, there may be a smile showing. So start those Swan wrappers coming, won't you?
When the red robin goes bobbing along, there'll be no more sobbing when he comes throbbing his old song. Wake up, you sleepyhead, get up, get out of bed, cheer up, the sun is red. Live, love, laugh, and be happy. Why am I blue when I'm walking through fields of flowers? Rain is falling and still I'm listening for hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. Red robin goes bobbing along. Robin goes bobbing along. There'll be no more sobbing when he comes throbbing his old sweet song. Wake up, you sleepyhead, get up, get out of bed. Cheer up, it's on his red. Love, laugh, and be happy. Why am I blue? It's on with the wheels of flowers. Rain is glistening and still I'm listening for hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. When the red robin goes bobbing along. When the robin goes bobbing along.
Suzanne Parrish. Thank you, Suzanne.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston gives you full flavor, full rich tobacco flavor. Winston's easy drawing to the filter, lets the flavor through. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
It's new Winston, the easy drawing filter cigarette that tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston's finer filter works so effectively yet doesn't flatten the flavor. The full, rich flavor comes through to you for real smoking enjoyment. Switch to Winston today.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Great Southwest Radio Theater Project cast and crew. From Coolidge, Arizona, Bill Alwyn. Also from Coolidge, Gene Carter. Another Coolidge actor and our Foley sound technician, Rod Gibson. From Casa Grande, Gene Colder. From Florence, Arizona, Bonnie Lee. Also from Florence, Ryan Lopez and his sister Haley Lopez. Ryan there, Haley. From Tempe, Matt Madonna. From Florence, Little Miss Andy McAvoy and her brother, Josh McAvoy. From Coolidge, Little Miss Danica Miller. From Queen Creek, Suzanne Parrish. From Casa Grande, Renee Sandoval. From Eloy, Arizona, Jane Toth. From Sergeant Bluff, Iowa, Terry Turner. And from Casa Grande, Kevin West. Our volunteers who assisted with ticket sales, concessions, Ryan Lee, Norma.
The copyright on this production does not authorize any other broadcast, distribution, or other dissemination of this production, or any part thereof by means of radio, television, the internet, or any other means, nor does it authorize the recording of this production or any part thereof on disc, tape, film, or any other technology for sale or distribution by any means.